let's go to the Inter game.
Which one? Today?
Yeah, the one today. Because this is the game. This is the game where, so just to set it up, every top team won this week. Top 4 teams besides Atalanta. Rome won, Milan won, Juventus won, and everyone put that extra pressure on Inter today. Be like, oh, if they lose, we all gain ground on them, and then you get this disappointment, and it's just like the whole weekend I was thinking, man, this is it. Yeah. This is the chance.
If you think about team, Inter is a good team, but they shot on goal once.
Yeah. They were not impressive.
They didn't play well.
And Atalanta, the good save that
Handanovic, yeah.
The save, the difference, after 1 minute, the difference is 7 other things. Plus, Atalanta shot a goal.
Yep.
Yeah. They didn't. And did you see Lukaku? He didn't do nothing with the defense.
That's where I want to go with it.
Yeah, I was surprised. I was surprised that Gasperini didn't take out Toloi. Toloi was the one that's acting.
Jim City played so good. Jim City, I've never played as good as he played today.
And Romero. Toloi was the one who players the way.
So we've been talking for weeks about how Chiellini was the only defender who knows how to play.
I knew Romero would stop him, but they were changing him. What's his name?
Jim City. They were both.
Jim City. They did the great game.
But the point I'm making is Gasperini actually did what we said. He played a tactic that works against him. He didn't let him do whatever the hell he wanted.
Yeah,
they beat him up.
Both of them together when they needed to.
He was non-existent. He was non-existent in this game, and that's credit to the coaching for the 3 days that they had.
They put in front of him.
Yep.
They stopped with the hand.
It's a template. Like every team should be playing versus Inter like this. I don't understand. Do they have scouts that watch games? Like this is what should be done. I don't understand why other teams don't do it.
I said it like 20 games ago, and it's just like
we saw Lautaro. He touched the ball when he went back to help his team.
Well, here's the sad part of it. Here's the sad part of it, right? From a defensive side, Atalanta did what they had to do for Lukaku and Lautaro. They didn't get a lot of chances. They played them straightforward, right? They didn't get a lot of shots on goal. And the unfortunate part of it is they lost, right? It happens, they lost the game, and that's unfortunately this is like another positive for Inter this year, right? Because teams that win the championship, they win even when they play bad or they don't play the best. This was an important game to bring the championship back, and even if it was ugly, this is going to go a far place for Inter, because if they would have turned around and lose this game, the pressure would have started to sit in, and they would. I don't think it would have been so smooth sailing.
I think it's going to be here, Inter. They're going to win the championship, but still, I have a faith. I still have a little bit of faith.
Yeah.
Oh, there's always a little bit of faith.
So I agree with Putin. I agree with Putin. What you just wrote. They should have started Muriel. I think Atalanta didn't have enough creativity up top. Like Malinowski didn't really do much. Pessina didn't really do much. They could have used that extra creativity and speed up top. And
that's what I was going to say too.
Toloi didn't do nothing.
And you know what I was going to say though? This is a game.
It should have changed. They should have put a Pasaic before. Then Pessina would have taken him off before that.
This is what I was going to say about Pessina, right? He's young, he's getting better, but you see the difference in a big game of having Pessina there versus Gomez. Unfortunately, that's the difference, right? Because Pessina today didn't really do a whole lot. Gomez could have made a difference, right? And that's the thing. Like there is a trade-off to like this. I'm not saying they shouldn't do what they do, but sometimes
and then Ilicic is not in the best shape or form, Mm-hmm. He's not the way.
Yeah, I mean,
he played when it's in form.
He came in the second half. He got more touches on the ball at least than Malinowski and Pessina, but he didn't do anything special with it.
And here's what's impressive to me too: like Gosens didn't attack as much as he would in a given game, but considering he played against Hakimi, you still saw how good he is. Like he still went down the wing
and Hakimi was non-existent too.
Exactly. Like that just shows you. Like,
the thing is like that say Dominic say Muriel should have come in before and tried to play some time with together Zapata and Muriel.
Yeah, well, Zapata was carrying an injury too.
But if he would have put in the second half when Zapata still had something.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, it could have helped.
Because then when you take it, put a Muriel, Zapata's out.
Yeah. Zapata had a good game too. It's not like he played bad.
So I think they should have played together to those two.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately for Atalanta and unfortunately for the rest of the league, it was one of those games where the worst team on the pitch got the result. Because I really don't think Inter was the better team.
Listen, at the very least, a tie would have.
They beat Real Madrid now.
Yeah,
I hope so.
I think a tie would have been fair. But
yeah,
it is what it is, you know.
I hope they beat Real Madrid.
Let's hope.
Yeah,
we'll talk about that.
Anything more? Oh, Vidal was awful in this game, especially in the first half, turning the ball over constantly.
Vidal is disappointed. They're going to sell the next
year. When has he ever been good? He's old.
Vidal was great. I don't know what
when he was in Juventus. Now he's how old? He's not good.
Yeah, in Juventus he was amazing. He was great.
Some people were surprised that Eriksen didn't start and they put Vidal in, but I mean, Vidal just so lazy on the ball, turning the ball over, not even running hard like he used to. You know, like it's just he played terrible.
Well, I think that's a show of respect too, right? Like, why do you think he put Vidal in? Because he knows that Atalanta was going to give them a hard time in the midfield. Maybe. But Conte always kind of plays a little bit more when he's a little worried, more defensive players on the field, right? So I think he thought put Vidal there to win some balls, even though he's not in form at all. He doesn't do the old Vidal. But that's the only reason you play him over, say, Eriksen, right? Because you think you're going to get more, work rate in the middle.
Yeah, Eriksen ran when he.
Did you see the guy? They can't Conte. They say, well, that Gagliardini is still there.
I don't understand.
Every time he goes, he doesn't even know what to do. He doesn't even know. He tried to say where I'm going.
I think the telling thing about this is, yes, they shut down Lukaku, but you see how non-existent Martinez is when Lukaku gets shut down. Like, he needs him 100% because he's just an average player if he doesn't have Lukaku. He's not good on his own.
Lukaku does a lot for any second.
No, they takes so much together when their team play good.
He's not an average player, but you're right. He needs Lukaku.
Well, Lukaku's the focal point, right? He's the pivot point. The ball goes to him, and Lautaro can run off of him. But when that doesn't happen, it all breaks down.
Yeah, it's done.
But the same could be said for a lot of teams.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's a good win for Inter. Like I said, they needed it because they had all the pressure on them.
Inter is going to lose to Sassuolo.
You say they're going to lose every week, and they
I tell from now. I don't know when they play.
It's 2 weeks, I think.
Lose to Sassuolo because Sassuolo is not do good right now. The last 5-6 games. With them, they're going to win.
I hope so. Caputo.
Dom, let's go to another game. I don't know which ones. I forget which ones we have.